I'm Wendy Garner for Children's of Alabama. Children deal with grief just like adults do, but they also deal with it in their own unique way. We are here at the Amelia Center, and joining me right now is Robert Smith, who's the executive director and also a licensed professional counselor. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
We can see from the beginning this is a very child-friendly environment, but children do deal with grief differently, right?
They do indeed. The thing that really separates a child and an adult in their grief, I think, is how long it sometimes lasts. With adults, grief is a long-term experience, but it's also a very intense experience. With children seem to dabble with grief. It's something that they approach for a little bit of time and then move away from it, with either through play or through art or something like that, where they want to deal with it for a short period of time and then they're okay. But the problem is it lasts for so many possible years longer, because as they grow and develop, grief becomes a more significant event as they grow, as they age.
And that could probably be a little bit confusing to the adult, who they're okay, they're not grieving enough, but it's a normal process for them.
Sure, absolutely. I frequently tell parents, your children are probably the healthiest people in your house, especially as it relates to death and to grief. If they have a chance just to be, to experience the grief, to experience what life is like and adjust, kids are healthy, and we can learn a lot of lessons from them.
So tell us about the Amelia Center.
Well, we're a grief counseling center. We work with children who've had a significant death, a death of a parent or friend or sibling, and then also we work with their caregivers. And then we also work with parents who've had a child die, regardless of the age of the parent or the child.
And when you walk through there, you can see how child-friendly it is. There's a basketball goal and toys. What is the purpose of that?
Well, children respond best when they're playing, and they're safest when they're playing. And we try to give kids a chance to express themselves without necessarily having the vocabulary to express themselves. Grief is hard and grief is complicated, and trying to put those experiences into words is very hard for adults, and it's almost impossible for kids. So we give them other activities that allow them to express themselves without having to use words.
If a parent who is watching this is dealing with a tragic situation, what are some of the most important things that they should do for their child?
I think give them some time and space. I think listening to your child without trying to force answers or force grief upon them. Listen when they want to talk. Certainly I think a schedule and a structure is really important for kids. They feel safest when there's predictability, so that means getting back into school or back into a routine. And I think also not being afraid to be emotional in front of your kids. Kids need to see through your example that it's okay to grieve and even be emotional, and then also have structure and come back into a sense of normalcy.
Some incredible tips, and you can get so many more resources also by just going to their website, which is ameliacenter.org. And also check out our website, childrensal.org, for more health and safety related topics.